Good evening, good evening, good evening. Come into the J Spot, replacing your G Spot every Thursday from 6 to 7, giving you real relationship talk, real relationship drama with the best night of your life. Your host Jay and Simply E, hold on, get ready to enter the J Spot on IntellectualRadio-Podcast.
Good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome to the best night of your life. Woo! You have entered the J Spot, where we are strengthening relationships and families, one conversation at a time, on IntellectualRadio.com. We are an iHeart station. I'm your host, Jay. You all, Lady Lotus, will be here after the first half. Want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please do me a favor, you all. Go to our page and like our page at the J Spot. Follow us on Twitter at J Spot. Also follow us on Instagram at the J Spot. Jay is spelled Jaye. For all three. While you at it, go right around the corner, boop, YouTube, like and subscribe our channel, the J Spot Radio, and then go right on over to TikTok and follow us there, and that's the J Spot. Again, guys, Jay is Jaye. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for tuning in. I hope that your week has been amazing thus far, guys. We have a great show lined up for you today. So many good hot topics, and we're going to even cover a few things that have been going on in the news. Now, listen, you all, we have to do better. Come on, here's the story. The first story I'm going to talk about tonight. It hasn't really gotten too much mainstream traction. But what do you all think about the young lady that went over to Dubai and she was loud talking one of their native residents there, and now she ended up getting arrested, and she's been in jail for months for loud talking the man in Dubai. Now, I thought, and let me just say this, it was a sister, of course, because if it wasn't a sister, then she wouldn't have still been in jail. That's why I said, of course. But she's been in jail for some months for loud talking this man over in Dubai. What do you all think about that? It's like when I heard the story, I'm just like, you know what? You got to start doing your research on some of these countries, because here's the deal. We go out of the country, and we're thinking that everything that flies over here in the U.S. is going to be tolerated in other countries. And it's just not like that. So we have to do our research, and we got to do our due diligence so that we can know the land, the law of the land, and to where you are traveling. Because she got over there, listen, no doubt cussing this man out, acting a clown over there, and you end up getting arrested because that's a Muslim country. You cannot go over there loud talking these men, and listen, no doubt she was all cussed. Baby, let me say, when I saw the picture, I said, no, this sister did a little bit more than some loud talking. This sister about to cuss this man out from head to toe. This sister cussed this brother out from the top to the bottom. She cussed this man out, and now you sitting over there in jail in another country. First of all, you don't want to be black going to jail in the U.S., let alone going to another country and clown and go to jail. What do you guys think about that? It's just like we have to do better, because if we don't, like, you got to do your research. And they were pulling up videos, and they're saying, you know what? This is not an isolated incident for her. They actually said, this lady, she has a pattern, she has a history of doing this kind of stuff. So they showed some other videos where, she was not at her best and she was not on her best behavior, but it was coming up against a man, and, she's throwing a drink all in his face, and she's doing all this craziness. And it's just like, okay, now here you are. You took that stuff to another country, a Muslim country, no doubt, and now you're in jail. All I'm going to say is do your research before going to these different countries, because, again, Just because it's okay, or you think it's okay, because it's not okay to cuss anybody out. Listen, we just have to have respect one for another. But you're taking that stuff over to another country, and it don't work like that. Like you can cuss your dude out here in the good US of A. You can cuss him out and won't nobody say nothing to you because you cussed them out. But you cannot go over to a Muslim country where the women, listen, you are to be seen and not heard. You cannot go over there to those countries and act any old kind of way. You cannot go over there and act like you on the block in another country, in a Muslim country at that. I mean, listen, over there just acting up, clowning up. And it stemmed from her having a car accident. So she had a car accident, and there was a verbal altercation between her and the guy that she had the car accident with. And so, again, if you've ever been around these Muslims, some of these people that come from these countries, and they are the traditional, and they follow the traditions to a T. Listen, they don't want you. Listen, they don't even want the women to talk. A lot of them, listen, if you talk to a man from a Muslim country and he's a traditional Muslim man, he's not talking to you. Especially these older ones, baby, they will look you up and down, and they will be like, they need to talk to a man. Even if you listen in the hospitals, whatever setting, if they are traditional, a lot of them will not talk to you because you are a woman. And here's the deal. You got to respect that. You ain't got to like it, but you got to respect it because you're over there in their country. Now, here we can kind of get away with a little bit. But again, I'm not even going to suggest getting away with it a little bit because, again, that's their custom. That's their tradition. And it's just like we have to be mindful and we have to be respectful. But baby girl took her behind over there to Dubai. No doubt cussing this brother out. Okay, cuss this man O-U-T out. And now she's sitting in jail because she couldn't keep her mouth closed. And I'm sure somebody was telling her, listen, let's just go. Let's just forget about it. And this is why I always like to say, you know what? Sometimes you got to give up your right for somebody else's wrong. You could have just took that and just went to the authorities. But again, you have to know the law of the land because people are traveling. Listen, they doing girls trips and going to Dubai and going here and going there. Listen, you better know where you're going. You better know where you're going, and you better know what the laws of the land are out there. Listen, going to these different countries. Yes, weed is legal here in Illinois. Okay. It's legal here in Illinois. Don't take that stuff over there to these different countries and then you mess around and you get locked up on drug charges because it's legal here. I'm telling y'all, listen, too many of us are getting caught up in this craziness because we're thinking, oh, it's party time everywhere we go. And it's not like that. And again, it will be us. They gonna listen. They may lock Barbie up. They may call the police on Barbie, but Barbie getting out. Okay. Barbie is getting out. Kenya gonna sit in jail. Okay. Let's just be honest about that. Barbie gonna get out. Kenya gonna do some time. Barbie gonna cry and whip that blonde hair around and she gonna get out. Kenya gonna cry, whip her blonde tracks around, and she's still gonna be sitting there. They're gonna snatch them blonde tracks out and get to the black, dark roots of your hair, and you're gonna still be sitting there. So I'm not saying don't travel out of the country. I'm not saying don't go away and enjoy yourself. What I am saying is know the law of the land before you go to these different countries, because again, we've gotten used to being able to freely do things here in the United States that, again, are not okay in other countries. Because I'm no doubt, I know baby girl did not think that her cussing up in Dubai was going to be a crime. I know she didn't think that she going to be sitting up there doing 3 to 5 because she cussed somebody out. Well, You cussed them out at the wrong place, baby. You cussed them out over, like I say, you see how the women, and I'm like, I can't understand unless she had just got there and then the car accident just happened. It didn't say, the story didn't say that. But if you've kind of been there for a few days and you've kind of seen how the women are dressed and you've kind of seen how the native women are behaving there and you chose to do the opposite, it's just like, okay, what are you trying to prove? But again, you spoke up, you spoke out of turn, you showed your behind. Now you sitting in jail on your behind. But what do you guys think about that? Do you guys think that that's a fair statement to say, you know what? Do your research before going to these different countries so that you can know the law of the land, so that you can know what you're getting yourself into? Because again, something as simple as drinking outside, a lot of these countries, you cannot do that. You can't do that. So again, nobody is telling, listen, they're going to have their little cops come over, whatever they call in there, their authorities over there, and you're going to get locked up. They're going to give, Barbie is going to get a warning. Kenya getting locked up. Kenya's going to get locked up and Barbie is going to get a warning. So choose ye this day how you trying to jump down. But again, we definitely have to be careful. Cedric is saying, exactly, you got to know their laws and who went there and who went there on some thought-ish. They trying to give her 5 years. And that is so crazy. So crazy. You go over there, you thinking you going to get your little girl's trip on and have you a good time whatsoever. And now you're facing 5 years for going over there cussing somebody out. Something no doubt that you're used to doing over here in the U.S. You're like, listen, I'm cussing these brothers out. Listen, I'm cussing some out all day long, all day strong. They'll be all right. No, not today, sis. Not today. You chose the wrong country to go and cuss somebody out. So I'm hoping that she does not get 5 years. I'm hoping that, she's definitely able to, come on home and, just straighten up and fly right. But again, if you are leaving the country, please, 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 if you know that you like to smoke and party and do different things here, check the laws there. Check the laws in these different countries to see what is acceptable there, especially with this, because she's an example. And again, this is probably to, listen, I'm looking at it like, listen, they're tired of us coming over there. They tired of us coming over there. So they like, listen, we about to start making some examples because like Cedric said, being on that thought-ish. So they're about to make an example and to keep us away because they know they like, yeah, they going to get up there. But once you get whiff of, oh man, they giving you 5 years, let you cuss somebody out. You can get 5 years over in Dubai. So either don't go over there or you better be on your best behavior going over there. So again, I'm definitely hoping that she does not get 5 years. But, listen, know the laws of the land, get yourself together and do better. Speaking of get yourself together and do better, listen, you all, this doggone Larsa Pippen, this lady, this chick, she's out making statements now saying, oh, how she's disappointed in, Michael Jordan allegedly for saying that he does not accept her relationship with his son. Ma'am, let me tell you something. Look, you used to change this boy's diaper and wipe his wee-wee when he was little, and now you sucking on his wee-wee. It's not okay. Okay, how do you, the same wee-wee that you wiped when he was a baby and now you sucking on it as he's a grown man? It's not okay. Some wee-wees are off limits. And the wee-wee that you wipe when they are a baby, those wee-wees are off limits when they are adults. Ma'am, you out of pocket. You're wrong. You wrong as all that plastic surgery that you've had done. This sister done had her face stretched from here to there. I'm just like, what the heck am I looking at? But that's besides the point. What do you all think about Larsa Pippen? Look, y'all about to have me start cussing up here. Larsa Pippen stating that she feels some type of way, she and her feelings, because Michael Jordan said that he doesn't accept or approve of her relationship with his son. I'm just trying to figure out, what did she think he was going to say? Like, did she think that he was going to welcome her into the family? Ma'am, you have slobbed on his best friend's knob for umpteenth years. Now you slobbing on his son's knob. You probably slobbed on his knob. I mean, I don't understand. How do you think that you were going to get an open invitation to the family reunion? I just don't understand that. Like, some people do, they don't want to keep it all in the circle and keep it all in the family. Like, he knows the things that you done did with Scotty. Now you doing it with his son, and he's supposed to be okay. I mean, I guess he would be okay if you was just a chick that, his son was smashing, but it seems like you trying to be a part of the family. So how is he supposed to be okay with you striving to be a part of his family when, again, you have slobbed on his best friend's knob for umpteenth years? You wiped his son's wee-wee when he was little. Now you're sucking on his wee-wee. Now you're a grown man. How does that make sense? It just does not. Cedric is saying pedophile. Absolutely. Like, how do you, I don't, oh, he grown now. Age ain't nothing but a number. Ma'am, no, ma'am, we're not using that in this case, because you knew this young man when he was a baby. You used to babysit him. You used to rock him to sleep. Now you're riding him to sleep. And see, nope. Flag on the play. But again, they sit up here and listen, everybody want to act like, yeah, that's right. Well, he grown. He can make his own decision. She grown. She can make her. That's just a nasty mess, ma'am. Please and thank you. It's nasty. Nobody wants to see they ex, they friends, they boys ex. Now you with my son. You and his family. Now you about to do the same thing. You think you about to get some of that Jordan Empire over there? You done got the Pippen Empire. Now you coming for the Jordan Empire. And for the son, sir, I mean, look, how low is your self-esteem? Like, I mean, I know it's hard to be in your father's footsteps, and you probably ain't, you're just a silver spoon dude. He's a silver spoon baby. And I already know that you don't really like you women of your own hue, and that's okay. But to get down and dirty like that and go with your dad's best friend's ex, that's just tacky. It's tacky, and I don't care. I'm with you, Mike. Listen, you ain't got to be on board with this bull junkie, because guess what? It's just that. It's some bull junkie. Ma'am, you are out of pocket, okay? Son Jordan, you out of pocket as well, because you sitting up here, y'all, the whole situation is just nasty, and she will not be coming to my house. Listen, you will not be eating on my cranberry sauce for Thanksgiving. You will not. No, ma'am. No ham. Cedric is saying, I know Marcus is grown now, but that's straight up nasty. It is grown. And I mean, I think it's bigger than that, him being grown. Again, this goes back to, again, she was wiping his wee-wee when he was little. Now you sucking on a wee-wee. It don't, listen. Here's the deal. Like, this is what the rule is. If you wipe a wee-wee when they're little, you cannot suck that wee-wee when they get grown. It's just, no, it's not. We don't do that. So that will be the code. That will let you know, man, he do look good. Should I date him? If you wipe this wee-wee, no. You can't wipe the same wee-wee. You can't suck the same wee-wee that you wipe. You cannot do it. So move around and listen, you'll be better off going to Scottie Pippen, one of his friends, his friends, not his friends' kids. You can go, listen, you want to run through that circle, go ahead and run through that circle. We don't care about that. That would not even be an issue. No one would be raising an eyebrow. But the fact that you're choosing to choose the next generation, a kid, a young man that was a baby at the time, you out of pocket for that, my love. You are out of pocket, and it's just straight up nasty. And again, I know a lot of people are saying, he grown and he can do what he want to do and all this and that. He can do whatever he want to do. This is true. He can definitely do what he want to do. But please find somebody else to do, because Larsa, Nasty Pippin, it should be off limits to you. It's just, it does not, it don't, it's just not going to fly. Cedric, you're saying that Mike is talking about cutting him off, as he should. As he should. I'm like, you grown, you know all the answers, Marcus. Go, let me figure out how you gonna pay your rent and how you gonna pay this and how you gonna pay that, because I refuse to have my hard-earned six-ring money that I'm giving to you. Listen, she already getting money from the six rings that Scotty done got. I be doggone and she be getting the money, from the six rings that I got, that I'm giving to you. I be dog it if this chick be double dipping in the six ring pot. So I'm not mad at you, Mike. Cut him off. Cut him off and let him go over there and live over there on Larsa and see how long they keep this up. See how long she in love when you cut him off. Once you cut him off, she gonna cut him off. I promise you, it'll be so soon. She cut him off. You cut him off. She cut him off. Marcus is back on Marcus is back out here in this PP field dating pool. Yes, he will be. So again, Miss Larsa, let Marcus go. Guys, listen, we're going to take a short musical break. And when we return, we have more hot topics to get into. Stay tuned. You don't want to miss it. You're listening to the J Spot, where we are strengthening relationships and families, one conversation at a time.
Has always been easy because it's true. I would not believe if someone would have told me you would come along to revive my soul. Cause I was so in love, my heart had grown cold. So cold. You had good energy, exactly what I needed. You walked in my life and placed the joy where was needed. Not a mirage, what I feel for you. Put that on God, girl, I'm loving you. Said it's easy, it's easy to love, easy to love. Said it's easy, it's easy to love, easy to love. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Loving you has always been easy 'cause you're beautiful. Loving you has always been wonderful, more than you'll ever know. We got good chemistry, go together like love sex. The passion and care we show one another tops all the rest. The feelings I have for you, I ain't felt in so long. What we share together, baby, the bond is so strong. It's no facade of what I feel for you. Put that on God, I got love for you. Yeah. Said it's easy to love, easy to love. Said it's easy, baby. It's easy to love, easy to love. Said it's easy, it's easy to love, easy to love. Said it's easy, so easy to love, easy to love you. Loving you has always been easy 'cause you're beautiful. Loving you, yeah, yeah, is what I search my life to do. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Welcome back to the J Spot, where we are strengthening relationships and families, one conversation at a time. Guys, I want to thank you so much for tuning in. Please do me a favor, you all. Go to our page and like our page at the J Spot. Also follow us on Twitter at J Spot, and then go right to Instagram and follow us there. And guys, the J Spot is JAYE for all three. Now, while you're at it, go right around the corner to YouTube, boop, like and subscribe to our channel, the J Spot Radio, and then go to TikTok. Follow us there, you guys, and that's the J Spot. Again, J is JAYE for all three, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I want to thank you, Grown and Sexy Conversations with Jaye, Grown and Sexy Conversations with the J Spot, 30 and Up Doing Us, Tyson Smith, 180 Real Talk Chicago, the Real MVPs, everybody that rocks with us, guys. I want to thank you guys so much for rocking with us. We really appreciate the support, guys. Man, it's been almost 8 years, you all. We have been rocking and listening, and you guys have been chiming in, and I really appreciate it. You know, we've gained so much traction over the years, and I just want to say thank you guys so much for your continued support and participation. Thank you for the guys that, for you all that block us and then send us nice, nasty messages. And then y'all come back. You're like, okay, well, you know what? They're not that bad today. So we'll come on back. So thank you guys for all of the support. We truly appreciate you all. Now, listen, you all, speaking of support and appreciation, listen. In the church, listen, yeah, we're going to talk about the church for a minute. When you go to church, what do you all think? Do you all think that the dress code because there is a dress code for church. For those that don't really know, there's a dress code, especially depending on what type of church you go to. Listen, you go to a sanctified church, a Kojic church. Listen, Baptist church, there's a dress code, there is protocol. But now in 2023, you can't tell these folks nothing. What do you all think? Do you all think that it's acceptable and appropriate for a woman to come to church in a short, tight dress, form-fitting dress that she would wear in a club? Do you all, and then not only come to church in a dress, but be up on the pulpit addressing the congregation in that type of dress? Let me just tell you right now, my grandmother, Mother Vance, would be rolling over in her grave right now. R.I.P. Grandma, okay? Let me tell you, man, you could not go up in a sanctified church, the 80s, 90s. Listen, when the old mothers were still alive, because most of them now resting in peace. Listen, you cannot go up in the church any old kind of way. It just burns my draws up when we use the come as you are. God, but you supposed to come as you are. What if that's all she had? Use a lie. Use a lie. The girl had more than that. The wench had more than that. That short, tight mini skirt. Because here's what here's what the deal is. Because we want to come as we are in the church. But you not going to here's where I know we're going to ice that. We're going to nick that come as you are bull junkie. Because let it be late. Listen, I'm going to tell you all the scenarios where we not just going to come as we are. Oh, baby, we having an all-white party down at Navy Pier. All white, guess what? You gonna find all white. You not going up into the all white party with canary yellow on. You following the all white protocol. So let's not use that. Oh, well, you supposed to be able to come as you are. How you know that ain't all she got? Because when she at the party and when she kicking it at the party, if she gonna have more than that if she gonna find a way to get that all white, she need to be able to find the way to get something appropriate to wear for church. And that's just how it should be. But the thing is, the reason why we make those type of excuses is because now church and following protocol is not as important to some of us as it used to be. It's not important. We like to do whatever it is that we want to do, and we don't want nobody to tell us nothing. Everything now, you can't correct people now, because every correction that's made, you judging people. Everybody always trying to judge me? No, sweetheart, we're just trying to teach you. It's protocol. There's nothing wrong with somebody correcting you. And we got to get out of that space where we We can't be corrected about anything. Every time somebody wants to tell you to do something that you don't want to hear, now you all of a sudden, everybody judging you. This supposed to be church. This supposed to be church, and they just judging me. No, they're trying to tell you to do better. Don't walk up in this church no more with them little old tight shirts on. Listen, and then you went ahead of BBL and you up in the church with that. Listen, everything you got. Listen, the dress so short. Listen, if she bend over, the Lord himself gonna see what he blessed her with, plus the stuff that she just went and got surgery on. The Lord don't want to see that. That's what my grandma used to always tell us. The Lord don't want to see the Lord don't want to see your coattail up in church. He don't want to see your coattail up at church, okay? He don't. And neither do you need to be sitting up here trying to get these women's husbands all aroused up in the church house. It's not the place for it, okay? You got to be decent and in order. That's what they told us. You got to be decent and in order, and you have to follow protocol. So nobody is judging you, but you should not be going in the church. Now listen, for the situations where, you know what, this is all I have. Literally, God is trying to make a transformation in my life, and he's making, and this is this is all I got. Then guess what? You doing that. But ain't no way in the world. They ain't putting you on a pulpit. Listen, they're not putting you on a pulpit, and you shouldn't even be comfortable going in front of the congregation with your congregation out. Listen, everything is out in front of the pulpit. Like, first, you have no fear of God, no respect for yourself, no respect for the church. Listen, back in the sanctified church, they would not have put you up there, baby. Listen, let my old pastor, rest in peace, Pastor Brimley, let me tell you, baby, you would have never, ever got up in there, let alone up in front of the baby. Them ushers would have snatched you up so fast before you coming up there trying to switch all on up there. Baby, them pastors would have came, rushed you like they was the Undertaker in a wrestling ring. Rushed you, baby, put all kinds of long sheets and towels over you. You was not walking. You was not about to fixing to be sashaying all up and through the church, looking like you just got off the street corner. You were not about to do it. They was not going to talk about you and make you feel bad. They weren't going to do that. Baby, they was going to come. They was going to add some material to whatever it is that you got on. And if the material wasn't long enough to fix what you got on, they was giving you something. They were gonna listen, baby. They was good for wrapping the white sheets all around you and everything. Come on, sister, we gonna take you to the back, because they had plenty of old clothes at the back. See, back in the day, listen, you was not coming up in there. If you didn't have nothing, don't even worry about it, baby, because once you got up in there, they got what you need. They was giving you, baby, the longest skirts. If y'all don't know nothing about being in a sanctified church, let me tell you, you had, listen, your skirts had to go all the way down to your ankle. They didn't want you showing nothing, no type of skin back then. And it wasn't, listen, if you was blessed because you was eating all that cornbread and them greens, listen, they had a skirt big enough for that too. So listen, you can't tell me, that's just how my body is shaped, and all the clothes that I wear, they fit my body, baby. Them sanctified churches, they had something to fit everybody's body. And I promise you, your plow bamboo was not going to be showing, because them mothers up in there, they had something for you. They had all them, listen, the oldest house coats and garments and dusters. Listen, was it fashionable? Oh no, you want that to be fashionable. You was going to be saved, and you was going to be respectful coming before the Lord. Now, how do I know? Because listen, I sat up under that look and did look. No. So you should be able to tell. They're going to tell you, no, your dress is inappropriate. Your clothes is inappropriate. Your hair, whatever it is it's inappropriate for church. Just like you can't go to your job look at any old type of way, because there's protocol, there's rules to be followed. If they tell you no long nails at your job, are you going to say, oh, they judging me? No, it's protocol. It's protocol, and you should be able to be corrected without taking it as judgment. But today, baby, you tell anybody anything, you try to correct them on anything, and you hate, you judge them. Cedric is saying, you made a valid point. However, that's why they didn't let the blind man who Jesus healed into the church. They judged him and said he was blind because him and his parents were sinners. Yeah, you know what, Cedric, that's a point that can definitely be debated, because that they felt like, okay, that was his sin, that was his affliction back then. But we're talking about your dress code and people not wanting to follow protocol. Because again, I'm not saying you shouldn't go to church, because if that's all you had was a tight skirt and all this and that, yes, go to church with that on. Just know that they correcting you. Don't feel no, listen, because you're going there to get help, you're going there to grow. So when you go up in there with that, the whole dress on, the freakum dress, the mothers, again, depending on what, because some of these new churches, see, I can't mess around with these new churches, because they up in there, baby, they up in there in the choir stand, and they got all the boobies out, and this is why we praise. I'm like, oh, first of all, it's her breasts is about to pop up out the, listen, I can't even focus on the choir and the hymn. Every praise is too hard, because everything's just popping up. I'm like, girl, I wish, man, how you get, what kind of bra you got on? I'm asking all kinds of questions, because I'm just trying to figure out, mine don't do that. So now I'm up here trying to do what she doing and see if mine gonna be popping all up like that. I'm just like, okay, well, let me see if I can do like this, if mine gonna pop, and mine don't be popping. So I just be like, so even me, I'm getting mesmerized, by what is going on, because I'm just like, what kind of bra is that? Does she have on the Rihanna Savage Fenty line? Maybe that's the problem. Maybe I need to, Rihanna, I would love to put Savage Fenty listen, I was Savage Fenty these bad boys, and I'll show it too. Listen, let Rihanna say, put Savage Fenty, I will Savage Fenty these bad boys out for a small fee, of course. But like I'm saying, you up and down the choir and just doing all of this, I can't focus. So I know if I can't focus, I know the brothers cannot focus. It's just hard. So just know that when you go into the house of God, there's protocol. And please do not be trying to get all up in your feelings when they call you and they try to help you to correct it. Again, now for these new churches where that's it, that's why I like smaller churches. I like them small, old school storefront churches. I can't do these high class, high society churches. I can't do them, because everything goes up in there. You can dress any old kind of way. You can have the tightest outfits on. And then I got the nerve. I don't even be wearing that stuff to church. But guess who always up in the pastor's office? Me. You know why? Because of something that I've been said. Now I'm like, you know what? Now you call pastor, you calling me in the office and the whole left side of the congregation. Look at what they got on. But I gotta be in the pastor's office because I told your deacon he was busted. He is busted. He busted and disgusted, but now I gotta be all up in the pastor's office. So I'm just saying, we have to start correcting the big stuff. Let my stuff slide. My stuff is on the little totem pole. Y'all got bigger issues to address up in the congregation instead of calling Sister Jaye, the pastor would like this. Oh God, what did I do this week? That's what I'd be like. Whew. And let me tell y'all something. I done been called in the pastor's office so many times. Y'all think that stopped me from going to church? I'd be like, no. I just put on flat shoes because I already know because I always sit at the back. So if I got to dip out, but was sitting in the back and they'd be like, Sister Jaye, before you leave past one, then that's why I wear flat shoes, because I know I'm going to have to walk all the way from the back of the church to the front of the church to get to the pastor's office. And sometimes that just be a long walk with the heels on, but I already know, I be walking the Green Mile every Sunday. It don't even matter, but I will promise you this, it ain't for nothing that I got on Now, something that I said, it's always going to be something I said. It's always. I can promise you it's something I said. And the second one is who I said it to. You won't get said nothing. You won't get nothing said to you, brothers, if you don't come correct, and you'll be all right. If you come out of line, I'm cutting you up, and I will be in the pastor's office. Amen. Amen again. Guys, we're going to take a short musical break. And when we return, we have more hot topics to get into. Stay tuned. You don't want to miss it. You're listening to the J Spot, where we are strengthening relationships and families, one conversation at a time.
I don't know what you did, but you did it right. Girl, you make it look so easy. Everywhere you go, heads turning left and right. Can't say you a dime, you're a 20-piece. Cause girl, you're the reason I be acting funny. Everything in me telling me don't let you get away. And all the guys looking like they wanna love you. Every day I'm your body, got not over my dead body. Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? Put your hair done, nail done. When you put that clone on, why you gotta look so good, 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 good? With your hair done, nails done. When you put that clone on, girl, why you gotta look so good? I can look and see you're not an average chick. You're shutting it down everywhere you go. Girl, I want you as bad as I want a check. Cause you're sexy from head to toe. Girl, you're the reason I be acting funny. Everything in me telling me I'll let you get away. And all the guys looking like they wanna love you. Every day I'm your body, got not over my dead body. Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? Put your hair done, nail done. When you put your clothes on, why you gotta look so good, 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 good? It's something about you. When you put your clothes on, why you gotta look so good? When you're waking up straight out of bed, girl, why you gotta look so good? Oh, when you're at the job, just taking a break, girl, why you gotta look so good? In the club, turning up, why you gotta look so good? On the dance floor, giving more, why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good? Girl, you know you be killing them when you be getting the wrong woman on. Why you gotta look so good, 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 good? With your hair done and your nails done. When you put the clothes on, girl, why you gotta look so good? Girl, why you gotta look so good? Why you gotta look so good?
Welcome back to the J Spot, where we are strengthening relationships and families, one conversation at a time. Guys, I want to thank you so much for tuning in. Please do me a favor, you all. Go to our page and like our page at the J Spot. Follow us on Twitter at J Spot. Also follow us on Instagram at the J Spot. And Jay is spelled Jaye for all three. While you're at it, boom, go right around the corner. YouTube, like and subscribe our channel, the J Spot Radio, and then boop, boop, go to TikTok, like and subscribe to us, follow us there, and that's the J Spot again, Jaye. And guess what? Turn on the notification bells
Bing.
For all of them. Bing, bing. Guys, guess what? We ain't even gonna talk about me. We got Lady Lotus back on up in the building.
What's up? What's up?
Listen, this lady right here, esthetician, Chandler,
Yes.
mother of a group of cool dudes,
Yeah.
and a little lady.
Ooh.
How you doing, Lady Lotus?
I'm alive. I made it back to you.
How was was it?
It was an adventure.
Okay.
It was great.
So did my friend have to get beat up down in the country?
Did she get beat up?
No, I guess she did.
I don't think she did. She got a little snazzy. Her brother, the oldest one, rest his soul. He's an awesome big brother. Said she thinks she had a problem raising all of us. That one right there gonna give her the problems.
Yeah. I think he's right about that.
He was right. He was like, I'm the mean big brother. You gonna learn.
And he just listen, you just a teddy bear.
He a sucker, but he don't play that whining and that crying stuff. He's the rough, like that old. And he said this to my auntie, like my Southern Belle, Mississippi auntie. But they all text me. My cousin texted me, and she was like, "Tell our little cousin that we miss her and her charismatic spirit."
Oh,
she just was out there, girl, just talking and being her little mom. But we had fun, I will say.
Well, it's glad to have you back. Good to have you back.
You.
And guys, listen, sitting next to Lady Lotus, we have a great friend of the J Spot, the talented Mr. DJ Kenny G. How you doing today?
I am good. I am good. Thank you. As always for being here. I never get tired of coming. I don't know.
We love you coming here forever. It's a privilege, and I really appreciate it.
It never gets old.
Well, do me a favor. Tell everyone a little bit about yourself and what else you have going on for the remainder of the summer.
Wow. It would take the rest of your show to tell you what I got going on the rest of the summer. I don't want to be selfish like that.
Okay.
But anyhow.
Busy.
Yeah, been busy. Well, real quick, y'all, you can find me on Facebook at Kenny DJ G Gardner. I'm on Facebook as well as on Instagram. You can find me on there as well. What I got coming up, I have something going on over the weekend. This Sunday, I will be out in Dalton Park with my brother, Chicago's very own brother, the King of Poetry, Black Ice. We're doing something free out in Dalton Park this weekend from 6 to 9, and I'll give you all that direction. If you don't know what Dalton Park is, just as to how to get there, what their location address is, I'll give that to you before the end of the show. But other than that, I'm on internet radio 3 days a week. I'm on Twitch on Wednesday and Friday from 12 noon to 1 p.m., where we do up-tempo music, kind of get you moving and grooving throughout the middle of your day.
Okay.
On Tuesday, every other Tuesday, I do Steppers on WOSDradio.com. I'm on there. And then on the other Tuesdays, which is that second and fourth Tuesdays, I do something called Blue Lights in the Basement, where we slow it down and get you in that night mood where you can, get your bottle of wine or a glass of wine and get your bubble bath.
Yeah,
that's what you do with DJ Kenny G. But there's just a little bit. We ain't gonna go further than that.
Well, again, we'll have DJ Kenny G's information posted in our comments, and we'll also drop flyers for his events that he has told us about, and then things that he has coming up throughout the remainder of the summer as well. Guys, I want to thank you so much for tuning in. Please do me a favor, you all, go to our page and like our page again at the J Spot. Also follow us on Twitter at J Spot. Follow us on Instagram at the J Spot. Also go right around the corner. Go to YouTube, follow us there, like our channel. That's the J Spot Radio. And then finally, TikTok, boop, boop. Like and subscribe us, follow us there. And that's the J Spot. Again, Jay is Jaye. And guess what? Turn on the notification bells for all. Now listen, you all.
Back to the shenanigans.
I listen. I've been cutting up, and y'all know it. And this one I done went from bad, and I'm just jumping. Listen, I was at the edge of the cliff. Now I'm jumping off. So our next hot topic. Now here's the bull junkie. Your man bought you a ring, a $25 ring from a big chain, because, I'm not going to say the store's name because, I would definitely welcome them as a sponsor. So I'm not going to trash the store.
Can I I think I know what it is.
Right. But listen.
Is it Wally Wall?
It's a big chain.
Okay.
But your man bought a $25 ring.
Okay.
And then he proposes.
Okay.
What do you do? Would you accept that proposal with the $25 ring, or would you accept it? And if so, how would you react? $25 ring. You're proposing. He's proposing. How would you react?
You asking me?
Yes.
You want my honest opinion?
Your honest, the honest, shame the devil, tell the honest truth.
I ain't shaming nobody. You already know me. So you already know what I'm about to say.
Tell him.
It's the thought that counts. What if that's all he can afford? Now, what I think the stipulations on a man buying a woman's ring is that the ring should be about 3 to 6 months of his income. So if he worked at, McDonald's and he only make $15 an hour, then all he can afford is $25 ring, then that's what I'm happy with. But if we got a couple of bucks coming in and that's what you give me, it better be like the rest of the money better be for the wedding or something. I put my business out there in the streets. I was proposed to with a promise ring from K Jeweler that probably wasn't even $100, but that was what that person at the time could afford. That's what his income was.
And let's just say also, let's just go back. How old were you? You were okay.
Ooh,
so
yeah,
exactly,
we were young.
Exactly.
We were.
So
you talking about like right now?
Right now.
In my place of where I am, I still feel the same way. It's not the ring, it's the proposal.
I'm gonna go ahead on and read what Terry Anderson said.
What Terry Anderson
before
say?
I give my listen, I love y'all while y'all was following me, but I already know what I'm about to say is about to have y'all to unfollow me, block me, whatever you want to do. Feel free. It's Thursday.
Sip my veggies.
So we have Terry Anderson. So Terry Anderson says, well, my ring costs more than $25, but we purchased a home.
Exactly.
Cedric is saying, is it a promise ring? So, and this is what I love about you all, but there's no way I'm accepting a $25 ring. I'm just not going to do it. It's not going. Are
you going to appraise it at that moment?
A $25 ring is not going to be accepted. No way, no how. Not in today. For me today, don't listen. If you got to come with a $25 ring, don't bring a ring at all. Just bring me some gift cards for some coffee. Listen, I drink more than $25 worth of coffee. So there's no way I'm going to walk around with a ring that costs $20. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing it. If the thought that count, if your thought can only be 20, if that's you can only afford a $25 thought, don't think about us getting married. Think about something else. Think about you have to think about something. You can give them them stands right behind. You can think about something else, but don't think about a $25. Don't put me in the ring and marriage, $25 in the same. Because we're not on one accord.
You wouldn't even be dating somebody that would buy a $25 ring. Not at this present time of my life.
I'm just, it's not, like I say, it's not.
It's a prank.
And I'm not even a jewelry person like that. But your pedicure costs more than $25. Yeah. Manicure, listen, to get a large pizza from, a good pizza spot costs more than $25. So no, we're not doing, I'm sorry. Listen, don't get me a ring at all. Don't get me a ring at all. We don't even have to do rings. If that's what you want, because I'm not gonna wear it.
Your feet gonna turn green.
I'm not gonna wear it.
Just
give me some gift cards. Give me a gift card, $25 worth of coffee, and listen. I promise to cherish you and take care. Will you marry me? And looking for. I'm like, yes, I will.
Wait a minute, you upgraded.
No, this is me. But I can't tell everybody. This be me on the weekend.
Yeah, I ain't used to that cup.
Girl, this is small. This is too small. But this right here, this is a $6 cup of coffee.
Yeah.
So if I get this 3 days in a row, my ring, this already costs more than my ring. So and you giving me 20, so you giving me a $25. Don't give me a ring at all. Listen, let's just go get matching butt tattoos. Something we
can date you if you thought of me like that. At first I was like, okay, it's just off that count. But then when you said where I'm at in my life right now, that's an insult.
Today, back in the day, now fresh out of college,
out the flea market downstairs.
I'm like, we doing this. Let's do this because we finna build. But in the 30 plus age range. But let me, DJ Kenny, yes. Kenny G, help me out. Cause you know our flat. This is why I love having you here, because you are the voice of. Cause you already know I be over here. Come on, wheel me back in, DJ Kenny G.
Wheel you back in on that?
Yeah. Should she accept the ring, $25 or $25 ring today?
In this day and age, the way things cost nowadays, I would have to honestly say it's like an insult to receive a ring that costs $25. Now I can see if maybe it was something to say, well, listen, this is just something I'm giving you right now because this is how I feel about you, but we're going to do a little better as time goes on, as the relationship matures, as time goes on. And you can, it's just a lot of different ways you can do it. It could be like something he'll give you on Sweetest Day, or it could be Valentine's Day, and put it in a little box. He's like, hey, listen, sweetheart, this is what I gave you. It's just a token of my love and affection for you.
But that's still $25 of love and affection for today. You go to K's and get a ring for like $100.
Well, I don't know.
DJ Kenny G, like, listen, I got my good thing, so I don't know all of this stuff that y'all dealing with today out here in this murky dating pool. That's on y'all, because I got my good thing, and I'm glad you do. Because DJ Kenny G, you hear and you see all of the craziness that's going on. But Terry is saying, yeah, just don't get me a ring at all. Cedric is saying a 25-cent bubblegum ring, and then he also agrees with you, saying exactly, bro. Again, don't get me a ring. And here's the thing. Am I looking for an expensive, extravagant ring? No, I'm not, because again, I'm not like the jewelry person. So what do I want? Do I want a ring, the big crazy ring, or a house? Yeah. We're doing the house. I'm totally investing in the house. Yeah. If we don't do rings at all, I will not be mad what ye soever. But what I'm saying is, you're not going to come in the 30 plus age range and tell me that it's the thought that count behind the $25 ring, because at this point in life, that's as far as your thought can go at this point, you really shouldn't be thinking about marriage. You got other things that you need to be focusing on, and that's building. Now, if you get you somebody that's, again, ready to build with you, and it depends. And again, it depends on what happened. Maybe you work for a Fortune 500 company and everything collapsed during COVID and all this and that. So now, a $25 ring, maybe that's all you got right now, but you're in the process of building, and you chose me. That's what we doing. Okay, listen. I'm tell you what, let's take this $25. Let's go get something to eat. We gonna get engaged over the ring, and we gonna nick the ring all together. Because again, it don't matter how you try to box it up, bow it, and make it cute. I'm not taking no $25 ring from you. Again, I'm gonna get more pleasure out of drinking coffee or eating a meal for the $25 than wearing this ring. Because then you're gonna be mad at me, because when you be like, why is the ring in the toilet? Why isn't it? Because I don't want because that's what I think. You say
this is what I think about this ring.
So now I'm showing you what my thought is about the ring. It's not about our love and what we're going to do. It's the thought of this ring. And my thoughts regarding this ring is not nice. So we want to have a good, healthy relationship. So let's just go buy a big bag of jumbo shrimp. Listen, $25 can only get you one bag of jumbo shrimps and no fries. So you talking about, so when you break it down, yes, I'm going to break it down to the nth degree. Is my husband going to be telling me to be quiet a whole lot? Absolutely. Is he going to be ignoring me a lot? Absolutely. Am I going to be in the doghouse a lot? Absolutely. Am I going to be, typically it's the man sleeping on the couch. Am I going to be sleeping on the couch? Absolutely. Am I going to be buying flowers and candy and stuff to make? Absolutely. Listen, I know because the way this, runs, so, but I'm going to say this. Please keep me lifted, because I am working on it. But that $25,
just keep it.
We're not. I'm not even gonna sit up there and
act. If you don't know no better.
If
I'm trying to be on your $25 side, bro.
So the thing that's all.
I'm trying for you and your $25 ring.
Long enough, you know better. If you been
he
around
can at least say, Lady Lotus said it's the thought that count. There you go. I got me getting DMs beat up because you said it was okay.
He gonna be like, you know what, this one right, he already gonna know this one right here. No, I'm not even gonna deal with her because I don't want to hear. You see how I act over coffee and order, you see how I act over that, so you know. But if he did come and he came with it and popped up in front of the family and surprise, will you marry me and all this with that $25 ring? I would definitely accept the proposal and everything, because when we get home, we gonna have behind closed doors, we gonna have a conversation, because I don't believe I'm never gonna embarrass him in front of his family or nobody. So I would take that.
That is where my initial mind is. Like, I don't want to make him feel bad. I don't want to put him down. And in that initial moment, you don't know the ring is a $25 ring. You just see a ring. Right. So I'm going to, it's a thought that counts. You accepted the ring. Now, later on, I'm probably going to find out.
No, this is going to be immediately after. Because your feet going to start itching and, you're going to be thinking you have an allergic reaction and stuff like that. So you're going to be like, now listen, let me tell you something.
He done went on Tumu and bought you a ring.
I'm like, now I thought we done already had this conversation about, we don't have to do, we don't have to do this. So we don't have to do the rings. But listen, we can go again. I don't even need a big wedding. Like, we gonna, because listen, I feel like I done already had planned the big wedding and we didn't make it down to the aisle. So I'm not planning no more big weddings. Let's just go get hitched. Let's go have Elvis read us our vows and we can take it from there. We can go ahead on and take this money, because I'm not giving these people no more money for no dress that don't end up getting worn by me. Somebody else wearing a wedding dress. I'm not doing that bull junkie anymore. But what they saying?
Terry said it's just not in your ministry.
Amen again. Amen again. Amen.
Cedric said that is why we're getting a tattoo around our wedding fingers when we get married.
We can get tattoos on our butt.
Tretch and Pepper did that too.
Yeah, see, and
at least the ring, you take it off and throw it away. You can get it back, and go sell it. But you stuck with them tattoos, buddy.
Now listen, speaking of rings and taking back and all this and that. What do you guys think of? Listen, let's see. This really touched my heart, because I don't know. I feel two type of ways about this. So, is it okay for a married man, to help out his female friend with some money? She needed some money to pay a bill. He gave her some money. She was short, and he helped. She's just a friend. Is it okay for a married man to help his female friend out with money?
Sounds like sisters.
Sisters?
Like sisters. What that mean?
Television show.
Oh. I like Sisters.
Who helped? Yeah.
Anyway. Sisters is good. Y'all better.
I'm not bashing the show. Believe me, I like Sisters too.
But
it's some crap in that show, but it's entertaining.
It's a whole bunch of
as long as you're looking at it as entertainment. Right. Now, if you want to dissect it or you want to go all into that, I'll get down there with you too. It's horrible on that end, but it's entertaining.
But is it okay? So is it okay to give, for a married man to give his female friend some money?
I mean, if she is truly his female friend, I'm okay with that. Now, if she's some girl that's, down the street, around the corner, they've been knowing each other, and she secretly like you, and she know that she got you in your pocket, and you still got a little feeling for her, but you married and y'all don't mess around, you don't get that hussy no money. But if this girl is truly your friend and she needs some help, then we're going to help her. If she is truly that.
What about you, DJ Kenny G? Is it okay for a married man to give his female friend some money?
Well, I figured you was going to ask me that question.
Well, you're here.
Well, you know what? I have to agree with Lady Lotus as far as it being a we. It cannot be an I. Because if it's an I, it's going to be some questions regarding that and why you didn't tell me, and no, I wouldn't. It would have to be a we.
Yeah.
So my first question would be, why is my man why is my man your option? Why is my husband your option? What about your mama and them? Why you gotta call my husband for some money? Why do that would just be my initial thought. I'll be saying it, but if this was truly, because see, here's the thing. As I'm talking about this, I'm very hypocritical, because I'm in a very hypocritical situation simply because I have a good friend that's a man. I have lots of good men. One of my good friends is a man, a married man. But I would never ask him for no money, because you got, and I know his wife. I've talked to his wife. His wife knows me. We been friends before he even had this wife. I knew him when his mama told him not to marry the first wife. So that's just how far back we go.
Back further than that. Y'all go back further than that.
I know him longer than I've been a mom.
Right.
So this is just how long. But
that's a true
friend, because it's not like, man, oh, well, he calling, yeah, let's go out, look, no, it's not like that. His wife is his BFF now. That's his best friend. I'm not trying, oh, yeah, I'm finna call him, I'm not. If you doing all that, you not no friend.
What if it was her last resort? He should, as you're saying, be the last resort.
Right.
But what if it boils down to that last resort? This is what's wrong. This is what's going on in my life. It's still got to be a week.
I totally know. And I'm like, the thing is, I totally know that he got my back. I know that I can call him and that he would definitely help me out. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. But what I would be like, I wouldn't just come and say, you know what, asking you directly. I'm like, you know what, talk it over with your wife and see if it's okay.
Right.
And if he can't do it directly, I already know he gonna send me to whoever I need to go to in his circle but it's gonna get done. Yeah. I'm not gonna go without. But again, I'm not leaning on that relationship and wearing that out.
Right.
Always calling him, asking him, first of all, let me tell y'all, can I tell y'all a secret about me?
Let go.
I hate asking people for stuff. I don't ask. Lord knows. And they say a closed mouth don't get fed.
I ain't gonna get fed.
I don't get fed. I don't get fed. If I'm listen, I'm not asking for anything because it's in my makeup. I'm not coded like that. I ain't never asked. Thank God, I ain't never asked these people. I'm sorry. They talking about you need this, and he asking him to get his. Listen, I ain't asked no ninja to get my nails done, toes done, hair done. Listen. This is what I work for. So what are you talking about? $40. Listen, $40. What you got a little change. I'm not asking you for nothing because here's the thing. For me, if I gotta ask, I get an attitude. If my finances ain't in order and my business ain't in order, I have a nasty attitude. I don't want to talk to, especially to no men. I don't want to talk because I got my mind on my money and my money on my mind. And I'm not good company at all, because the moment you fix your lips to act like what I just asked for was too much, now I'm going to have a big problem. So that's for me. So I don't ask people for stuff, even when I need help. And maybe I should start doing that, but I would rather find a way and figure out how to do it by myself. But on the flip side, I'm always being asked for stuff. Everybody, I wish that I felt comfortable how people feel comfortable coming to me. I wish I felt comfortable like that, but I don't feel so. I
was raised not to. I was raised do not ask anybody for anything. I'm one of those people where if you have your people that you confide into, I may not be confiding into you to necessarily resolve the issue or give me money, but I'm the type of person where if you come to me and you say such and such and such are happening to me, I'm gonna help you because you presented a problem to me that I'm capable and able of handling. Mm-hmm. If I can't handle it, then what can we do to pull the resources together to figure this out? But if it come down to my man, mm-hmm. and you hear me say, I like, I want, I desire, I would like, and you don't initiate and I go do it myself, it make me look at you different.
Yeah, I'm just like,
makes me look at you
I'm
different.
Not happy to see you no more. Like the butterflies have died, and it's just like, oh, it's just him.
Yeah.
If you do that too many times, you can just go from being oh my God, he's here to
because it's like I present something to you and then I had to go do it to myself. Then why do I need you?
Now Terry is saying nope. And Cedric is saying, nope, she a side chick. Well, yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if she a side chick, because people gonna ask. If they feel comfortable enough to ask, they're going to ask. You don't know what another person may be going on in their head.
Right.
Like, this my friend. We may have been friends before they got together. She might need to be checked because she don't know. You know, that I'm a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, and you not just gonna be coming and asking him for our money.
I've seen some of those.
Calm that down, sister. Go to the next one.
Are y'all really? I've seen some of them friendships, and I'm just like, oh my God, are y'all really friends? Like, why are you getting mad when he's not answering? He's with his wife.
Right.
He's not supposed to be on the phone with you all night like y'all was when he was single. That's supposed to stop. Like, you can't do that. And that's when I see situations like that, I always question, like, okay, I don't know, are y'all really friends, or are y'all like, or y'all was messing around and you just stayed friends because you want to get back with them, and so now you trying to, so I always be kind of mindful for those type of situations. But like, if you really friends, then I don't feel that there's a problem with friends helping friends out. However, again, I'm biased because I'm gonna look at that friendship with a fine tooth comb. I'm gonna be like, now wait a minute.
As you should.
Y'all friends, or you have some type of relationship, like, okay, Dig, she calling again for some, and don't you dare give. Now, here's the thing: you don't get no woman no money behind my back, and don't tell me,
But at the point of him being married, she shouldn't be a friend that's comfortable with asking for money that you don't already know about.
Facts.
If she's comfortable with asking you for money and she's your friend, I have already heard her name. I've probably met her. I don't have to, she don't got to always show up, but I've met her, even, with my guy, when we got ready to have our baby shower, I was like, hey, I know you have female friends. There's no way, you're a nice guy the way you are and you don't have female friends. Invite them, to this part of your life. And they came with gifts, and they were really nice. Now, since the baby shower, I haven't seen them, but I still feel that those are his friends. Right. Now, if one of them popped up and was like, hey, I need some money. Okay, I ain't seen you since this day. Whether they're in constant conversation or not, I don't know. But we a woman. That's a man who's gonna be like, hey, ding dong bell, what's going on?
Well, speaking of ding dong and bell and what's going on, so now the flip to that is, should a man let his woman accept gifts from another man if he can't afford that gift? Is it okay? So you got your boo and you saw this real nice purse that you wanted, and your man can't afford to get it for you, but you got a friend or a dude that can get it for you. Is it okay for your woman? Is it okay for a woman to accept a gift from a man if her man, her husband, her boo, the one that's making her, hang off the chandeliers, baby, that dude, he can't afford it, but she got somebody else that can. She got another man that can afford it. Is it okay for her to accept that gift from that man? What are your thoughts, Lady Lotus? Is it
Let's
okay?
go over to the man first.
You gonna put DJ Kenny?
Yes, this is a man question, and I saw the eyes.
I was trying to give him a chance to gather his thought. He like, see, that's that bull. That's that bull right there. Come on,
that bull junkie.
Speaking for real men, all the real men, excuse my French, hell to the no. Let's flip the script. So if it was the other way around, if a guy was buying your girl, your boo, your everything that you are to her, and he's buying your boo something that you didn't buy, would you want her to accept it? So let's do that both ways, okay? But as far as men are concerned, no way, no how, no, find you some business, keep it moving.
Yes. Now, what do you think, Lady Lotus? Is it okay?
I don't think it's okay. I'm not accepting that gift, because soon as you accept that gift, Fool Fop's gonna be on you. Then you got to walk around. You got to hide the gift. Then you got to lie on why or where this gift came from. See, I analyze and I think, and I'm not a liar. So I got to be honest and I got to say, well, you didn't buy for me and he bought it. So to me, it just boils down to why am I with you if I have to sneak and do things behind your back? So I would decline. I think that it's a very great gesture, friend, and I appreciate it. But I'm not going to accept it because you're going to want my hoo-ha later.
Well, I just want to live on the edge. I like to live on the edge a little bit, because, there's nothing wrong with keeping a little excitement.
That's too much excitement, Jay.
There's nothing wrong with keeping a little excitement in the relationship and in the marriage. So, if you got a good hiding place and, it just depends on what the gift is that, that we talking about because, here's the thing, every gift can't be replaced. So, you know what I'm saying? So, if there ain't no way in this lifetime that your man gonna be able to get you this gift and you really want it, it depends on, listen, am I saying it's not gonna be a price to pay?
You're gonna be up against the wall just like this. That's why you always grab me your shirt. You're gonna be on the wall.
I believe that's a strong possibility that's gonna happen. But when I'm done, I still got the shoes that I wanted or the purse that I wanted.
No, you don't, because he just as crazy as we are. He tearing it up, or he's gonna take it back to him.
Oh, you're not taking nothing. That's what it's gonna be mutual combat up in this bad boy. You talk about taking a gift back, man. It's gonna be you think you mad.
Why not just go buy it yourself?
It's just because if somebody else is giving, you have to give to those that are less fortunate. So if you choose to, so you just gotta just put it, just put it in a nice place and just and see the good thing about men is they don't really recognize how expensive women's things are if you don't flash it out and just make it seem like it's just all that. And they don't really be knowing about the purses and stuff. Go ahead, DJ Kenny G.
They do.
Flag on the play.
Tim,
they do.
Throw a flag on the play.
They do.
It depends on the man. If you got a blue collar, hard working guy that's earning his money and is out and about buying some nice things for himself, he's seeing what women's things cost too. So it's not like he's not exposed to what things cost and what he might want to buy as a woman or what she might like. I mean, if you've been around your woman long enough, maybe you've been dating her for a while and maybe I don't shop as much, but you talk about those things as far as what you like, what kind of shoe you like or what kind of purse you might want to carry, or, when you if you're really serious about her, you'll know those things.
But you ain't gonna listen. Now look, y'all know I'm not lying.
You get to prancing around the house with that bag.
And you put all them purses in the closet and he just know you got a whole bunch of purses and stuff. He ain't gonna know which purse you got, which was new, which one you ain't had up in there the long time, and which one just came up in there, especially unless I will say this. If you got you a dude that's in fashion, and he's a dude up on the latest fashion, then no, you ain't gonna be able to get away with it. But if you, the average man that, he look nice, but he ain't the high profile, expensive shopper, he ain't gonna really notice what's in your closet. But the dudes that meticulously dress and the watch gotta match the chain and the shoes and the shades and stuff, that guy, he will notice.
See, I'm still on his side because of the simple fact, just because they don't dress that way or they are a little frugal with their money doesn't mean I don't know how much this costs. I just know I'm not spending that much money on it, so I know.
Well, you gotta live on the edge.
Oh, you gonna live on the edge. So Terry said, because I would really want it, but I have to respect my husband. I wouldn't want it done to me. So I must hold myself to this same standard.
I like Terry.
I like
all
Terry
right with
too.
Me. Terry is saying it is deceit. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Lady Lotus.
Oh no, you fine. I was about to Mr. Lee. I didn't move down from him at first. I'm down here where he said I shop every day, so I know pieces of women's ish. I need my glasses on after I read so much. Why you don't buy what you would normally buy when a man is paying? Let me tell you, I got an MCM bag I want. I have wanted an MCM bag since we were in high school, and I never got my MCM bag. So I have a goal set for myself that once I reach a certain amount of sales with my candles, I am going to purchase that MCM bag for myself because I know my man, he love me, but I know he will cringe if I ask him to pay for an $800 purse because he not going to spend that money like that. But see, me, in my mind, I earned it. I set a goal. I set my goal. I'm about my purse. I'm not going to accept that purse from somebody else because I feel like there's intentions behind you giving me an expensive gift
99.9%
that I am not going to want to even deal with because he might boil y'all dog.
Well, if the dog gotta go,
the rabbit.
The dog, you know what? Sometimes if the dog gotta go,
the dog gotta go. You know what? Jay need a timeout today.
The dog to go, you know. So if you feel like living on the edge, then you'll go ahead on and follow what I just said. You know, sometimes you need a little excitement in your life. Now, it may cost you your marriage or your relationship. I'm not saying that, you know, but if you feel like living on the edge.
See, what Jay is really saying is some things are worth the risk.
Choose ye this day which gift it is, you know, maybe the press, maybe the shoes, maybe even a vacation your dream vacation.
Oh,
now,
no.
We going, me and my, see, would I take my boo on the I may not make it back. You know, I may not make it back across the water. So I'm gonna try my best to enjoy it while we there.
No pictures, Zsa Zsa Gabor. No pictures.
Because he found out that, you know, you enjoying this trip on another man's dime. I know. I won't even be trying to come. I'm not even trying to come back. I'm gonna try to stay. Well, we ain't going to Dubai. I promise I won't take no trip to Dubai because they don't favor women over there. So whatever he do, he coming back, and they gonna make me come back with him. I'm like, wait a minute, this man is a ticket to. Gone. No, take that. No. You go back home with him, or we stone you over here. So I'm gonna go ahead on, you know. So I'm gonna go ahead on back with him. But we can go.
We ain't bring no tequila
like
today.
So we can, you know.
I need a shot right now.
But if you feel like living on the edge, then inbox me for more details at the J Spot.
We gonna have Jay write a book,
and we got you. But you know what? Speaking of accepting those gifts. Tonight, we're talking about signs of an unhealthy relationship.
Clearly, that's one of them.
Yeah. Listen, your man ain't got nothing, and you got somebody else giving you all that he got, and, you know, and no doubt he talking about you. You know, if another man is giving you something that your man can't give you, you know this man is talking about your man like a dirty broke dog. It's gonna cause some problems. But tonight, guys, we're talking about signs of an unhealthy relationship. So first, let's start off. What is an unhealthy relationship? Because I think we all have different definitions, and different things make relationships unhealthy to us. So let's start off, Lady Lotus, in your opinion, like, what is an unhealthy relationship to you? When you think about unhealthy relationship, what does that look like?
The first thing that comes to mind for me is you not being able to be yourself within this relationship. You compromising everything about you. You're not being yourself just to be in the relationship.
Okay. What about you, DJ Kenny G? When you think of unhealthy relationship, what is an unhealthy relationship? What does that look like to you?
As far as unhealthy relationships, I think it all really boils down to going and coming. As far as you have to respect the person that you're with, whether it's your spouse, your mate, or whoever it is that you have a relationship with. Going and coming, you just don't up and leave. And don't say, well, I'm gone here or gone there or whatever. When you start to constantly question where people go every time they walk out the door, then that's a problem. You're grown, I'm grown. Why? I mean, unless I'm going to be gone for a long period of time, then I say, hey, I'm going to be such and such for a while. But if I'm just going to the corner store and coming back, I'll be back.
Yeah.
But don't question me every time I walk out of the door, because I'm not going to ask you.
Yeah.
Every time you walk out the door, where you going? We grown.
Yeah.
You do that to your kids. You don't do that to a grown up.
I feel you.
Facts. Well, according to an online source, an unhealthy relationship is a relationship that just sucks the life, energy, and happiness out of a person.
Ooh.
And that can be, let's just say this, let's put it this way. It's not only a romantic relationship that can be unhealthy. We have unhealthy friendships. We have unhealthy relationships with family members. We have unhealthy relationships with coworkers. We have unhealthy relationships with associates. I'm not even going to say friends, because with a friend, you can choose your friends. So that's why I say an associate, because if you are a friend, you're willingly putting yourself in that position to be close with somebody, and you're still calling them a friend, and they're unhealthy for you. But family, you can't choose your family. Listen, and there are some unhealthy family relationships between parents, between siblings, so unhealthy relationships, period. They do all of these things. They drain you, your energy, your happiness, all of that. So it's just like you have to determine, like, how am I going to handle this? But tonight we're specifically focusing on unhealthy relationship, unhealthy romantic relationships. Now, here's a good question. Can loving the wrong person be unhealthy?
Yeah. Yes, of course.
Yeah.
What makes it unhealthy? Loving you, because you love them. I love him, but I love him.
What's love got to do with it, child? You can love. I think we get messed up with this word love. Love is an emotion, like passion. Love is a form of passion. You love the dog in the alley that you feed because he back there hurting, his mama gone. And when we young, we love, and we love hard. And it's unhealthy when you are with someone who's harming you, abusing you mentally, physically, emotionally, draining you. Like you said, I can't be who I am because as soon as I laugh out loud, you eyeballing me. Or if I walk this way, you got something to say, or you don't like the pants I'm wearing. It's always something. And like I said in the beginning, I can't be who I am because you got a problem with everything about me.
And what about you, DJ Kenny G? Can loving the wrong person, can that be unhealthy for someone?
It can be, because it can be dangerous, because remember the song, and I'm an old school kind of guy. I remember the Jones Girls song, I love the man. Treat you the way I want to be treated, and our girlfriends are saying, why are you with him? Why are you letting him do this and do that? In most relationships nowadays, you see a lot of craziness on TV every day. You see it in the street. I think a lot of women still feel like, not a lot. You can't put all women in the same category, like you can't put all men in the same category. To each his own. Some women feel like they can't do no better than what they have, so they deal with and take all that abuse, feeling like, if I'm not with him, then I don't want to be by myself.
Yeah.
And then there are some men that feel like, if they got a woman and she's putting up with him, and he might not have a lot, so whatever way I treat her, or the whatever way vice versa, whatever way that goes, then he's got what he's got because he don't feel like he can do better than her.
And also, to add on to that, is just like sometimes, like, you feel like some people feel like, listen, I've poured so much into this relationship, I put so much into it, that I just don't want to start over and do something new. But if it's costing you your peace, if it's costing you your happiness, your joy, and guess what? Even your peace of mind, and then that ish starts affecting you physically.
Hair falling out.
Yeah.
Can loving the wrong person affect you physically? And if so, what are some things that a person may experience from loving the wrong person? Because again, a lot of times, listen, you going through all these type of different changes in the relationship, and now all of a sudden you start having migraines. You never had migraines before. You not thinking about, oh, well, it's that craziness that you're going through with that woman, or it's that craziness that you're going through with that man. So when you're talking about physically, is being in a relationship, an unhealthy relationship, can that affect you physically?
Yes. Your hair could fall out. You might not be hungry because you're stressed out, or you're overeating because you're stressed out because of this person. You can't focus. You can't set goals. You can't do things that you need to do for yourself because you're sitting here like biting your nails.
Stressed out, gaining weight. You know, you thought you was having a hot girl summer, and then you forgot that you sat up there and cried 6 months and was doing all that, eating that ice cream and them cookies and them cakes.
Now a flabby girl summer.
Now you just you like, and Petunia. You like, wait a minute, where do we go wrong? But according to an online source,
all right now,
because not only does loving the wrong person and being in an unhealthy relationship, not only can it affect you physically, as some of the ways that we just explained, but it can also affect you mentally. So, according to an online source, the chronic stress of an unhealthy relationship can cause a long-term activation of the brain's CTRA. See, listen, we getting technical tonight. That's contributing to chronic inflammation and increasing the risk of health problems. Listen, you always tired. Listen, and then mentally, listen, you start thinking about doing bad things. You start popping up, you start stalking, you start doing things that are irrational because now the relationship is unhealthy. So we're going to go back to what DJ Kenny G said early in the beginning. If you got to be asking a person all the time, where you going? What time you coming back? What you doing? So now they not answering you. So guess what? Guess what you're going to do now? You going to follow them. You all on their social media page, getting mad because they liking this woman picture, getting mad. But they're not having any other conversation or any interaction. That's unhealthy now because it's something wrong with you. It's not nothing that they've necessarily done wrong, but for that particular case, but maybe it was something that they've already done wrong and is lying dormant, and you chose to forgive it or act like it didn't happen, but now it's causing you to act and do things that are out of character, that are no longer healthy because you got trust issues. Your trust have been broken, and now you on edge about everything. That is no way to live. You gotta look, you looking, and just every time they phone chime, they can't check their messages without you over there looking and seeing what was going on. Listen, they leave a laptop open. You over there looking in the emails. Lord, let me tell y'all something. They doing something new. Lord, they putting tracking devices on your cars now. Baby, they tracking locations and phones and all.
And it's easy to do it without your permission.
Okay, wait a minute. I'm like, woo. Listen, all we was doing back in the day was popping up in TT bushes on the west side. You ain't even got to pop up in a bush no more.
We just drive past. You call your friend, hey, come pick me up. Drive me by this address. Let me see if his car out there.
Baby, they got the thing that pinpoint ding right on the map that's telling you like, wait a minute. They showing you the picture of the. Listen.
So glad I grew up in the era I grew up in.
And it's too much. I'm just like, oh my God. Listen. The hassle and the stress that you got to go through. First of all, looking over your shoulder, I wouldn't even be cheating in today's day because it's so easy to get caught. Like all it is, if you enter, it's too much.
It's too much. Nobody got time to be keeping up with that. I got a add on for you. I don't know if you're gonna hit this point or not. Do you feel like miscommunication is unhealthy in a relationship? Not, I wouldn't say miscommunication, but just no communication.
It's very unhealthy. Very unhealthy because it's just like when you're alienating and even listen, I feel like not spending enough time with your partner. If they're asking for time and you're not spending time with them, that's unhealthy because now you're not giving them what they need.
Right.
It's like to make the relationship healthy, we have to make sure that we're giving each other what we need. Because if you don't listen, those two things right there, that's making it easy for you to go and talk to someone. Okay, so now that makes it easy for me to talk to the guy. First of all, you can't buy me the gift that I want. And you ain't got no time, and you not talking to me.
And you brought me a $25 ring.
Oh, baby. So let me go ahead and get on the phone over here and start crying my heart out to the dude that's going to buy me to see. And you don't want, and I'm not saying that that's what you should do, but I'm saying that's how things like that happens. It opens the door. All these unhealthy traits and relationships in your relationship, it opens the door for these type of things. And sometimes people feel like, okay, you hurting somebody by not talking to them. You hurting your own. You're killing your relationship.
See, when I think about what I was meaning by communication, like, you know, what's our future? What's our plans? What are our goals? Or, you know, hey, honey, I want to go do this weekend. Instead of communicating things that you like, you desire, like you've been with a person for a couple of months and you still don't know what color they like and all these other things. Like, is that type of communication harmful that we just get up and we go together? We love each other. We care about each other. Come on. I know what he's thinking or things like that.
But do we really love each other?
Are we talking?
But do we really love each other if we don't know each other? Because how do I know you? We're not talking. You don't know what my favorite color is. You don't know what my favorite drink is. You don't know what I'm allergic to.
But that's the part of saying you want to hear these things. You want to talk about it. But say your male partner, he doesn't know how to talk about his feelings and emotions.
But what I'm allergic to ain't my feeling.
On your end, is that harmful for you? Because
yes,
he happy, he good, but he didn't come from a background, or even her. She don't know how to communicate. He's a talker. Let's switch it because we always put everything on them. Let's say,
thank you.
You're welcome.
Cedric is saying that's lust, not love.
What's lust? What's lust? What's not love? So what I'm saying is it's not that he don't love you and he don't care about you, or she don't love you and she don't care about you. She's never been in a situation where she had to express herself. Her mother didn't express herself. Nobody ever told this young lady, I love you. Nobody ever in her family, they didn't talk. They didn't sit at the table and eat dinner together. They came home, they went in their rooms and they closed the doors. So now this is the person that you're dating. And this person doesn't know how to do these things. And you want them to do it. But even you as the man, you don't know how to bring that out of her.
But just based upon what
that
you said,
all sounds harmful as well.
But just based upon the examples that you gave, asking a favorite color or, you know, something that they're allergic to or what they like and what they don't like, to me, that's not a deep, I don't know how to communicate. That's just that we never had that conversation. So it's like, do we really know each other? My ideal and my thought when I say thinking of communication and expressing how I feel about you, how I feel about the relationship. Now I can understand you not being able to express that, but for us not to even have the conversation of how I like that's important to me. So you're gonna know how.
But you're a communicator.
I'm an orderer. So we've been in the car, and I'm telling you,
she has it down pat.
I was like, I'm telling you.
Damn.
I'm telling you, the guy I was seeing, I'm like, we just be in a car and I would order my own separate. He had never, because I don't like people ordering my coffee for me because I'm just real extra about it. But one day he was like, he wanted to pick the coffee up for me. And so he called, he's like, okay, I just want to make sure I got all this extra ish right. Cause I know first he can leave all that other part about, because I was just happy that, and he ran it down. I was like, and I never told him. He was just always, it was because we were in the car and I would always order it myself. But after ordering it like that so many times, that this one flew over the cuckoo's nest. You already know. I just want to make sure this the right way, and you want them to stir it too. I'm like, oh my God.
That's that beautiful unspoken communication.
But it's like, but the thing is, we didn't talk about it. So, but I'm like, that's a part of you get into, so you know me to know that little thing, but it's a big thing for me because you know that it's important to me. But now when you talk about expressing ourselves, well, where do you see, where are we going? Where do you see? Now they like, well,
I said that because it's a lot of
but they
people
don't know
in communicationless relationships, and communication is one of the biggest reasons for relationships failing. And it's not because we don't love each other, we don't care about each other, we don't know how to communicate.
We're scared to communicate. I think that a lot of people, especially we're scared because we don't want to. We know
want to hear what we don't want to hear.
In our heart, we know what it is because we can see how it's going. So we're scared to kind of communicate it because once we communicate it, they give us the answer that we don't want to hear. It changes everything.
But
so now we avoid
part of assuming an assumption because you don't know what that person is feeling or thinking because you don't communicate. You are assuming that it's not going to go your way.
But you see how it's going. If it ain't going,
but everything could be going perfectly fine and perfect and everything. There's just never been hey, this is where I see our relationship at in 10 years.
So now here's the thing. So now what do you guys think? So what causes people to stay in an unhealthy relationship?
Ooh, I think that goes off what you said.
Yeah, a lot of that has to do with financial. It boils down to financial because a lot of times people stay in a relationship because not saying all, because you can't put all people in the same category. A lot of people can't afford to move on and be on their own, and they'll stay and deal with whatever's going on in that household just because I don't have to worry about having to pay this, or I don't have to worry about where I'm going to sleep or what I'm going to eat the next day. So it's a lot of people in that situation, so they stay.
I think that's a good one. But the first, you said in the last comment, you said that they feel like this is all I deserve.
Right.
I don't deserve better than this person, or not to say I don't deserve, I'm not good enough for a certain caliber or to get out of this. Like I might be with an abusive man because of things that he's put in my mind to already make me feel less than I am. My self-esteem is so low. Yeah. And like you said, for that man, well, I don't make enough money. I don't have this or I don't have that, so I'm gonna stay here. Right. Or even just that feeling of if you came from something bad before and you met someone that's different from that person, you get stuck there. Well, he ain't hitting me. He not, cursing me out or bashing me upside my head. So I'm going to stay right here because it's comfortable. For him, well, she ain't cussing me out and calling me out my name and calling me dirty dogs and she ain't doing all this and she not doing all that. So I'm gonna stay here and stay comfortable instead of realizing I could just be by myself. One thing I had to learn in life, I used to be afraid of what Jay said, starting all over again. I used to feel like our foundation is good. Like, why we can't work this out? We got a good foundation, and not realizing the foundation could be good, but the rest of the stuff we building on top of it ain't working. Right. Exactly. And I had to teach myself that it's not about starting all over again. And because also, every day is a new day. So if I get up every day and I start a new day all over again, why can't I just do what Jay-Z said and move on to the next one?
Because it's a learned behavior.
We
learn how, because we see our parents go through it and they stay. We see our aunts and our uncles go through it and they taking all of this stuff. And it's like, if everybody has stayed around, this is the right thing to do in my mind, to stay around, because I've always seen everybody stay around. So he's not providing, or she's running the street and he stays. They stay. So that's all is they stay. What they do. This is what that. So this is what my grandmother stayed, my mother stayed, my auntie stayed, everybody stays. So this is what I see. So now you have kids, they're growing up and they're seeing you. Guess what I'm teaching them? I'm teaching them to stay. So it's not that I'm telling them. They're looking at what I'm showing them. So it's like, okay, well, my mom, she did this, or my dad did this, and this, it happened this way. So if nobody is talking to us, or we're not talking to somebody else to break that unhealthy cycle, then we're going to continue that cycle, because a lot of times it's a learned behavior, especially when you're talking about dealing with abuse and, people coming from abusive situations. Those are like one of the biggest situations that people learn to stay there because they seen it done before. So you're not the first. If you're not a first generation person that's been in an abusive relationship, if you've grown up under that, a lot of times those cycles continue.
Yeah.
Because again, I'm gonna go to my mama and I'm gonna tell them, listen, dude is kicking my behind from what they gonna do. Tell you to stay. Because you know why? Because they didn't leave. So now they teaching you to stay. So now your kids grow up and older.
I told you, grandma told me, as long as that man bringing that money home, let a man be a man and do what he doing. And I sure wish I would have listened to that advice.
And that's so unhealthy. So it's just like when you talking about this, it's like it's so many signs that relationships are unhealthy. And those are just a few. But here are, a few more. So here's, according to an online source, here are some signs. Here are some additional signs that your relationship may be unhealthy. Controlling. Your partner is controlling. Your partner wants to control who you see, what you say, what you do, where you go, what time you get off. They controlling everything about you. It's almost like you're a kid, like you're reverting back to childhood. That's just how tight they have the reins on. I can't live like that.
I cannot.
Who being grown? Listen, my parents raised me. Now it's up to you to decide how you feel about the job that they did, but they did it. Okay. If you want to you got a conversation, you got a problem with the way that they raised me, then listen, holla at Sister Vance, dad, you can go over there. He over there by the tree back there in the back.
I advise you not to talk to Sister Vance.
Or you can go talk to my dad. He over there.
I wouldn't talk to him either.
At the in the back over there, where the deers be over the plots and stuff. That's where you had back there. You go talk to him back there. But that's who you have to, or take to the Lord in prayer. Okay, if you got a problem with the way,
take it to the Lord in prayer. Do not take her advice, fellas. Don't call Miss Vance talking about your daughter dead. Please don't. Or why your daughter like this, because you gonna find out why.
I get it from my daddy. I get it from my daddy.
You gonna find out why.
I'm like, my mama's side of the family don't cheat, but my daddy's side of the family, they cheat. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying you got to look at some of my daddy's side. I get that from my daddy's side of the family. That's what I'm telling you. But the next one is loss of emotional intimacy. That is so, listen, man, you like,
I ain't emotional intimacy?
Listen, you stop telling each other you love each other. Okay. Y'all stop just doing intimate. Affection. It's not, we ain't talking, it ain't even sex. You stop holding hands. You stop looking at each other when y'all talk. You stop saying and doing all of the things that we did to connect on an emotional level. Just not even sex, just an emotional level. Whatever thing that we did to make us connect, you stop doing that. Yeah. We're not doing that anymore. Like you said, piggyback to what you said, lack of communication. One partner or the other doesn't feel secure in expressing themselves, or they have doubt, or you got to shut her down. Or you got one person that likes to talk, other person they just shutting down. And I think that to me, that's the most irritating thing ever. Like the silent treatment. Baby, let me tell you something. And again, the reason why the silent treatment is so unhealthy is because it starts out hurting that person. But then they get used to you not talking to them.
Let me tell you something. If you push me to the level of I have to shut up because I have nothing nice to say, then you're going to respect my silent moment, and we can come back to this later. Because if I don't have my quiet moment, I'm going to say things that are not appropriate, that I shouldn't be saying. And I don't want to talk to you like that. And that is growth and maturity on my behalf. So allow me my quiet moment.
How long does the quiet moment last?
I just need to calm down. I need it to come from here to probably, about down to my knee. Because once I start feeling that boil up and I start getting mad, because some people don't know how to talk or dialect without attacking.
So what would be your advice on that, DJ Kenny G? Because I know you're married. So how do you do that? Like when couples are struggling with communication, like what's a good tip? Or like
he like, look, she done slammed the door on me and I walked away. I don't know, y'all.
Oh wow. communication really is the key, but a lot of times, me myself being a Pisces and the zodiac signs really don't have anything to do with it.
Yes, they do.
I'm real quiet. I'm real laid back, and I'll take a lot. But when it gets to the point where I'm not talking to you, sometimes the best thing to do is just leave me alone.
Yeah.
Don't try to get it out of me, because no matter what you say to me, it's not coming out until I'm ready to talk. And in the same way, when it comes to you, if you got some issues going on with you, when you're ready to talk to me, you'll bring it to me. Because one thing's for sure, if I don't bring it to you, if I got something going on, then leave it be. But if you got something going on and you don't want to talk about it, I'll just leave it alone. You give you your space, and I got my space.
See, us being talkers, I learned what you just said because I want to talk about it now. I want to know what's wrong right now, because if you don't tell me, it don't satisfy me. Mm-hmm. And now I got to deal with your silence. You better deal with it, because I'm going to be quiet.
And it's just like the last thing is too, like the relationship is one-sided. So like you in a relationship and they just seeing you. One of us is more committed to this thing than the other person is. And it's just like that, along with it's a slew of other things that makes relationships unhealthy. So we can sit here and talk all night. We haven't even begun to pinch
the surface,
all the things that make a relationship unhealthy. But those were a few of the top things that we wanted to bring to you all. But I'm hoping, talk to each other, love on each other. Listen, do those things that you did to get that person in the beginning. Keep those things up. And listen, if you out, then tell them you out. But if you in, do what you have to do to make that thing work. Guys, I want to thank you so much for tuning in. Please do me a favor, you all. Go to our page and like our page at the J Spot. Follow us on Twitter at J Spot. Also follow us on Instagram at the J Spot Radio. And Jay is spelled Jaye. For all three. While you at it, go to YouTube, like and follow our page, the J Spot Radio. Go to
for
TikTok.
Hitting the J Spot on IntellectualRadio.com.